That's right. It is the People Station, V-103, Ramona DeBro here with two very recognizable, special, award-winning, everything guests right now. Wow, this is pretty amazing to have you guys join us today. How are you?
Fantastic.
Great. Thank you for having
You
us.
don't look. You look scared. Like
No,
it's like-
no.
So you guys, this is such an honor and a privilege to have you guys in the studio with us. Orange is the New Black is just a cultural phenomena. Like, did you expect it when you guys, got cast in your roles? Did you say, "We'll see if this goes to season 2," or what was it in your
No,
minds?
I think for both of us, no, we did not expect it. For me, it was something that I almost did not take at all because I was scared of playing a stereotype for my first big role out of school, and my parents were very conservative. I wanted to make sure that I was, pleasing them. And thank God that I followed my heart, which my father told me to do at the end of the day. And it has led us to these seasons. But no one actually really knew what Netflix was in the beginning. It was just this, like, is this a web series? And we knew who Gingy Cohan was from Weeds, her show Weeds. But
Of course,
we
yeah.
still was like, but to each their own. But for me, it was like, I get to work. And I get to pay some bills off. And then now it's like is at this magnitude now, something that I've never expected.
And how did you explain your nickname to your parents? Like, hey, I'm going to be called
I think they could take Taystee. I don't know if they could have took Poussey.
Crazy.
But they could take Taystee.
And how about you, Uzo?
No, I don't think there was something that any of us imagined. Like Danielle said, it was just something we were happy to be working. This was my first on-camera job. So I was just like, oh my gosh, I get to do a TV show. That's so cool. And, it wasn't with any expectation other than to do the 2 to 3, possibly 3 episodes that they had told me, And so I was just grateful for that. I was just glad to, when I finished the second episode, they said, we think we're going to use you more. And I said, oh my gosh, I'm going to get to do that 3rd episode. This is amazing. That was it. That was the extent of my excitement, And because we'd never been a part, most of us had never been a part of anything like this. I think it was just, I don't know if it's too big to dream. I don't mean that I felt limited in my dreams, but it's not something I could conceive of as being the very next thing, I think.
It's interesting because some people are just hard, dead set against anything prison, especially in the African-American community, to get us to watch things sometimes. We're like, no, I don't want to see that. It's too real for some people. But this truly is, it's a drama, it's a comedy, it's just all of the above. And I don't feel that heavy heart after season 5, the way it ended. Whoa, boy. I was like, oh, my gosh, what is next? So this upcoming season 6, what can we expect?
I mean, this coming season 6, I think Genji, the creator of our show, has shown that she can top herself. And I think this year we take it to the max. And she is exploring a whole new side of prison that none of these women have been a part of. None of us as actors have experienced yet. We've been in a minimum security prison so far and have been moved to pieces by all the intensity and obstacles and hurdles and challenges and complexity that exists there. And now we're going to maximum security.
You guys are definitely being shipped to maximum security. That was a doozy watching that, and it just got so real to me because I was like, this is all fun and games until you go to maximum security. Now it's a new show for season 6, and you guys have even been renewed for season 7 already, right? Wow. So this is going to be deeper.
Yeah, I think it's sort of what Uzo was saying about how Gingy, our showrunner, keeps topping herself. Last season we left on showing you these girls in the course of 3 to 4 days, and now we kind of get back into the swing of things of spreading that timeline out again, so that you really can go in depth on what's happening with each inmate, because it's so new. This world is so new. I think we have to take a step back and see it more up close. So this season 6, is everybody's a fish out of water this season. We're all trying to figure out how to swim in this world and survive in new circumstances, and with also holding on the weight of what happened last season and trying to figure out the fate of everyone. Is everyone gonna survive? Is everyone gonna make it in this new environment, or are people gonna go to different places? So that will all be explored in season 6.
That we can all binge watch, which is awesome. July
27th.
Wow. Can I take you back throughout all of these seasons? What episode do you remember that like stuck with you from her writing and just from, I don't know, seeing the final, edit when you saw it all come together? What touched you the most, or what episode did you find funny? Or
I think the episode that stayed with me, even though I've actually never seen it, but I'm about to start watching this coming week, the end of this coming week, season 5. The episode that stayed with me, 4 and the end of 4 or 5, I mean, was season 4, episode 13.
13,
the very last one, where it's Samira who plays Pusey's. It's a flashback for her, and one of our guards, played by Alan Eisenberg. And it's just a day in their life. These two people, he's who killed Pusey and she is the victim. And you just get to watch their lives outside. And I remember reading it, and you see their lives outside of prison and how alike they were and how sort of simple. And she's not a criminal, it's just a young girl living her life. And inside of Litchfield, you get to see all of us mourn and trying to make peace with what has occurred. And I remember it more so, because I've not seen it, on the page, that there's this last line where, I'm paraphrasing Genji, but it's, Pusey looks to the camera and, the camera's pushing in, and it just, remember the last line of it says, and she smiles that Pusey smile that we all know and love. And I could see it in my head. It kind of felt like the pilot again all over. I could see in my head. And I just was crying in bed reading it. I was so moved reading that episode. I remember just thinking, wow, that was really well written, exceptionally well written. And a catharsis that I didn't even think I needed.
Do you ever have to detox? Do you ever
Yes.
feel like you've been incarcerated? Like, do you ever feel that feeling like after?
Sometimes it can feel that way. We shoot the show approximately 6-7 months out of a time, and it can feel so weighted sometimes, because the show is so parallel to what's happening in today's society, and you feel that responsibility for myself to make sure that these people's stories are being heard through TV, through this kind of genre or whatever. And so it can feel like you're carrying the weight of the world, but the thing about it is it's not my weight.
Right.
It's crazy to think there's so many people that are really dealing with that. That's their reality. And at the end of the day, I can take off these prison clothes and take off that wig and step into a van that somebody's taking me home to step into a shower, or, have my glass of wine and my chocolate, so there's that's my detox, is the fact that I do have my freedom. But what I keep being reminded of is to continuously put everything that I have into these characters for those who don't have that freedom.
So can you guys walk anywhere in public anywhere? I mean, can you go to the grocery store?
Yes.
I
Really?
go.
I do.
Do you really?
My mom, my friends, they all tell me, you got to stop, Danielle, because I take the subway. Like, I don't care, and everybody's like, stop doing that, your safety. And I'm like, I'm fine. I think at this point, people have luckily our fans have been so generous and love us so much that they've, watched all of our interviews and things. So they see us glamorous, but they also see us looking rough. So they know every kind of version of us.
But I mean, as the most watched Netflix series, I mean, come on. I mean, there couldn't be anywhere you could go in the grocery store. You're like,
no, you know what? I think, well,
up.
that does happen. And I'll be like, I'll take 2 milks, please. I'll just buy it all now. But like, I think that I think though it's you. I don't know. This is the same if you agree or not. But when the show is about to come out, or has just come out, just because it's top of mind, then it's it can be a lot. Yeah. But once that winds down, it's.
Once we binge watched all of the episodes, have them come out the house for a couple of days, and then like you get a reprieve.
Right.
Okay.
But that's true. Any country we go to at this point, like the show streams in Asia to Brazil to London, it's everywhere, small Atlanta to, which isn't small, but everywhere. Yeah. Wow,
that's crazy. What do you love best about each of your characters? Because I love both of your characters for so many different reasons. But
I love for Suzanne 2 things. Number 1, I love she's entirely truthful. She's the truth. She's actually, I like have started thinking of her as like she's the mirror held up and back at you. She does not lie. She, for better or worse, she'll tell you about, yourself or how hurt you have made her or how much she loves you. Very much so. She is. And it's like everything is just sincere about her. I love it. It's like for better or worse, there's nothing malicious in it, no matter how severe the act. Then number 2, I think I love for her this unique quality of like, she's entirely her self. It's crazy. All these characters, have called her crazy eyes and all these made fun of her constantly, especially in the beginning. But she doesn't change. She still is herself. She's still going to rock her hair the way she wants to. She's still going to write her poetry. She is herself, completely herself, regardless of what the response is. So those are the 2 things.
What do you love about Taystee?
I love everything about her, even when she is doing things I thought that she should not be doing. I love the fact that she is a fighter. She fights for people that she loves. I love that in this show she's really become sort of the moral compass. Like she brings people back to what's important. In this show, I love her heart, and the fact that I think what she really shows people that is we've seen her growth, and that we might not always get it right. We might not always believe in ourselves. We might not always have the tools to do what we want to do, but you can find a way. And I just really love that about her. We've seen somebody who's been at the bottom of the bottom, not have a family, not know what love is, trying to figure out what love is, trying to figure out her voice and trying to figure out her place and what she can give to the world that she lives in. She might not have much, but she tries, and I just have so much respect for her for that.
So where do we go from here after and congratulations on your Emmys, all of your accolades. Boy, your award. The awards
going to her house. Like, oh, girl, yeah.
Where are they? Are they on the mantle? No. Are they in the
Really not. No.
In their own room?
No. Well, stored there currently, but like
if you're a close friend, you can find them in the house. Yeah, if you just a guest, like you won't find them.
You won't. They're tucked. You have to look for it. But I got that idea from a friend who I went to. Yes, at her house. She has houses. She has them. Like you have to look for them. And I was like, I like that. Like that's what I'm gonna do.
So wow! In your wildest dreams, did you ever think we're here?
Never. Never in my life. I think it was kind of like, no, never. Simply never. I never, not at a single, and still, it's like, I know it probably sounds silly to say it because we've been doing now, we're like about to go into our 6th season and people probably sounds false, but I don't assume or expect anything other than just, I want to do a good season this year. I want to do good work. That's it. And
But,
then after that, it's whatever.
I was talking about how I know you're from Massachusetts originally, right? And then you're from Georgia,
I was born in Georgia. I grew up in South Carolina.
South Carolina. So, but around this area though, right?
Augusta, yeah.
Augusta and where else?
Greenville, South Carolina.
So you're like around the Atlanta
sure.
area in so many ways. And when you think of like the natives, just someone having a dream, a girl from Massachusetts saying, I want to go to New York, I want to pursue acting, or someone in Georgia, and that was before Hollywood kind of came to Atlanta, which is here now. But to see the success, I'm just so excited for you guys. I don't know what's next, but it's gonna be big. I mean, how much bigger can you get?
I mean, it's in God's hands. I mean, I think this show has shown us how quickly, things can turn around. Like, we didn't expect any of this. And I think, and I've learned this from Uzo, to be honest, it's like to stay focused on the work. She always says that. And I think that's important. If you stay focused on the work, and I think that's why she has become so successful. And I'm not taking away from my success at all, but I think the reason that she has become so successful is because she knows that and recognizes that's where the success will happen, is if you stay focused on what's important and what the job at hand is.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I think being on this show of Orange, I think a lot of us have our heads on straight and we're ready to do the work. So wherever this show leads us, I think we'll all kind of have longevity in this business as long as we stay focused on
production. Any you get the producer bug yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have?
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait. I know some big things are coming then.
Yeah. I think we're all we're trying. And not only in television, but for me, I want to produce Broadway shows. That's important for me. Like, I'm really wanting to do that. And
you did The Color Purple.
Yeah, I did The Color Purple.
Yes.
Tony nominated, Grammy winning.
Yes, you did.
Grammy winning.
You did.
Thank you.
Amen.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you.
That really got things stirring for me. And as far as we talk about representation and diversity, especially on our show, Orange, I want to see that continue in the theater. The thing that, really got me into this was theater. So I want to make sure that that community, it doesn't just have a trend going there, but we make sure that we're telling all diverse stories there as well.
Well, I love it, and I can't wait. This is going to be an incredible season, and congratulations on season 7. That I'm sure you guys have you shot it yet? Are you starting?
Back to work this summer.
Okay, this summer. Wow, before season 6 even hits, y'all got to schedule back to work.
Yes,
I love it. So thank you guys for joining us. I am so excited to have met you both, and continued success.
Thank
you very much. Thank you for having me.
Oh man, thank you. Orange is the New Black, July 27th. Everybody, can't wait.